Today is day 8, wallpaper. So I decided to use a couple of wallpapers that I love. I have two of them that are real wallpapers that one of them was gifted to me by a Happy Mail, and the other one I had purchased from the paper patch. And I figured I should use one of Ruby and Pearl and one of TaylorMade Journals also, because those are my favorite wallpapers for now. Right now, I've been using TaylorMade's for a while. I love all of her wallpapers too. So I figured I'm gonna use all of them. I went into Pinterest and I found a picture of it's like if they use it as a wall art. So they put them in frames. So I thought, well, maybe I should do the same. Make frames and put them in there. But I wasn't sure how I was going to do it yet. And so I immediately got the wallpaper, and I had some other papers too that were embossed. They were like cardstock craft paper that I had embossed, and I was going to use it for something else. But then once I saw that picture on Pinterest, I was like, okay, I'm going to use this like frames, so I have to cut them somehow. So I got to figure it out. But I did have it like, it's an embossing folder that it only does the edges like a frame. But I love anything that has to do with pictures, and I had bought it for a specific project that I'm working on for an album. So I decided, okay, that's basically what I'm gonna do. So I started just prepping everything, cutting out all the papers and putting them in the frames, and it was pretty easy. It didn't take very long. I probably was here for like maybe an hour 20 minutes. It wasn't that bad. My hands kind of hurt after a little bit, but it was okay. It worked. I love this wallpaper. That green and white is so pretty. And then this one is the one that I got from the paper patch. That's a real wallpaper, and it has the pink and the green and the blues, and I love it because that's basically what I've been using in this journal. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna cut these cardstock craft papers that I had embossed in the past, and I was going to cut the middle. The first one, I kind of ruined it. I didn't think of just cutting it square, just like or a rectangle, just like a picture frame. So I kind of just cut it in the middle and started cutting with the scissors all wonky, and I was like, I messed it up, dang it. I mean, I could probably fix it and use it again, but I'll use it for something else. But I had to redo it, literally redo it. So the first one did not work out. So how's everybody? Thank you so much for watching my videos. I love the fact that you guys are looking at it. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to see what the process is like when I'm working on these. I wish I can actually talk when I'm working at the same time, because it would be a lot easier for me to remember what I was doing and why. But I can't. The dogs are always barking. I have a lot of traffic in my home, so you hear a lot of noise in the background. So when things starts getting a little bit quieter, then maybe I can do it. Sorry about my craft mat. I'm getting a new one today. This one is been through a lot already. And they're not like the ones that you buy that it kind of erases what the cuts and everything, and I've done so many cuts on this one from doing my leather that it's completely ruined. So I'm definitely getting a new one. So what I was saying is, oh yeah, see, this is the one I messed up. I was like, yeah, that doesn't look right. I don't like the way, that's not like a picture frame. So I just said, forget it. I'm not doing this. I'm going to redo it. And here I start all over. Thank God I had about 3 of them in there. So it worked out anyways. And the lighting is crazy too. Again, I'm using the outside lighting, so it's constantly changing from my window. So hopefully you can see it really good. So I'm currently working on an album that learning how to make by watching Genevieve Designs, and I'm telling you that is so much work. It's so beautiful. It's so exciting at the same time. I'm still trying to figure out how to put it together because I don't have the same paper pack she's using. I did pick Angela Kerr's digital that I bought from her. I actually got it already prepared for me. I didn't print it at home, so I bought a printed copy, and she has like awesome paper. I mean, that cardstock is beautiful. So I'm trying to work on that as well, besides some other projects. I'm working on a journal that I never finished. I think I mentioned it before, but I have a lot of ephemera that I'm working on for that one too. So I'm gonna be posting some pictures on those soon, or maybe I'll do a reel so that you guys can see, because I've been following Ruby and Pearl videos and trying to do some of the ephemera pretty much close to what she creates, and also from Rose Hill Paper Cottage for this specific journal that I'm working on. So hopefully they come out really cute, because it was an old journal that I never finished last year, I think, or the year prior. And no, it was last year, yeah. And it was it had Liana Scrap Digital, and it's about writing. It's beautiful. I love the colors because they're pastel colors, and they have peachy and pink and blues, and I love it. And so it's gonna go inside of my burlap cover that I had created a while back, and I never did anything with it. So I'm in the middle of it. I'm going to be showing a reel soon so you guys can see. I am actually attaching some ruffles in it, and I mean, not ruffles, lace, and decorating some of the pages and sewing, and it's just coming out great. So I'm trying to see if I can show little snippets here and there on my Instagram so that you guys can see what's coming soon to my shop. I think that's the only one right now, plus the album that I'm working on. And then I'm still trying to work on when I'm gonna start the Christmas journals that I want to gift for everyone later on this year. So and those are going to be simple, but they're going to be fun, and I really want to do the videos for those too, so I'm getting those ready. So here I did the square. This is when I start just using my craft knife and taking it apart, and it does look a lot better once I cut them to be a frame. What else did I want to remind you guys or tell you guys? Oh yeah, I have the other set of collection that I'm working on, and I'm thinking it's gonna be, so far I have 4. I might do 2 more, so it might be 6 journals, and I think those are gonna come out amazing. I'm still getting some of the vintage papers for it, but I'm still waiting on those. I have one of my friends that is going to be sending me some, and I have to go antiquing as well and go look for some books and stuff for it that has to do with that specific theme that I'm working on. So I can't wait to show you guys, but I can't do it right now because it's a surprise. It's so pretty and I just I can't show you. I want to, but I can't. And soon I will, but not right now. I think right now I'm having so much fun just doing the Junk Journal July and posting every single day. I really am enjoying this, and so I'm getting the hang of it, and I love it. And this way I can do more videos and and show you guys what I do. I do have to make 2 more journals, but these are for my niece and for my 2 of my nieces that live in New Jersey, and I want to make one for my sister. So those I'm probably going to be doing it on my YouTube channel as well. So maybe we can work together. Maybe if you want to, you can follow my lead and you can do your own journal with it. And I'm gonna have some themes, so I gotta touch base with them to find out exactly what they want, and I'm gonna work on those and also create a video. So basically what I'm gonna do is, as I'm creating the journal from the beginning, you guys can follow me and see how I make them. And they're gonna be fabric journals. I gotta make some for my granddaughter too, because she was upset. She wanted a travel journal, and I had given my last travel journal that I made for my daughter, and she was so upset she wanted it. So I am thinking of creating small travel journals, very small, leather cover, and they are and create the little notebooks for inside. So yeah, I'm also going to do a video on those. So yeah, it's a lot of projects. I'm trying to catch up, but it's just, I don't know what it is. I always create so much work for myself, and then I am like having anxiety because it's like, why did I put myself so much work? But I do want to make them. So I have a few projects, like I said, and I want you guys to follow me. So if you guys want to see that, just subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell, because that way you know when I actually posted something, and you can follow it and just do it whenever you are able to. Okay, so for now I'm just cutting all of these wallpapers, exactly what I want to see in the picture frame. Look how pretty that one is. That one is from Ruby and Pearl. I think I've used that one several times because it's one of my favorite ones. So I'm going to put that one in a frame. So pretty much have them almost ready. So now this is when I think of, okay, we're going to put some gilded wax around it, and I want it for the embossing portion of the frame to show. In my Instagram, I posted the picture of the finished frames that I created, and then 2 pictures after that I showed the picture that I found on Pinterest that I looked at, that was the inspiration where I got it from to create this. And some of those picture frames have some kind of a gold design around it. So I thought this is perfect because I have it embossed. I'll put some gold with gilded wax over it, and it looks just like the picture frame, you know, just imitating it, you know. And so that's why I decided to do this. So I did the edges inside, the edges on the outside. I think one of them, what I used was the walnut distress on one of the frames, because I didn't want to do it all gold. I only did the embossing portion in gold on one of them because it was a different type of frame. But other than that, I did gilded everything. All of the embossing portion, the edges, everything. And it looks really good. See, this is the frame. I think that little one, I only did the roses that was embossed so that it pops out. And it does. It looks so good. If you see it in person, it's so much nicer. It's so pretty. The video doesn't really do it justice because, you know, I don't have a video camera or anything like that. What I have is my phone, and I still have to learn how to use it. See that other frame that I had, the paper frame, that one I believe is from Tailor Made Journals. And what I did was I used my walnut distress ink for the edges to make it pop because it was a light color. But the embossed papers that are cardstock, I actually did the gold, and it made a big difference. I wanted to use like embossing powder, and then I was like, nah, that's just gonna be too much. Plus, I needed to get some things done today, so I didn't want to be in the crafting table for long. We had a lot of errands to run today. That came out so cute. I love it. And it did pop out, so it looks really good. So now on this one, I had to, that's the one that I wanted to use the Distress ink from Tim Holtz. That's the one. So it makes it look a little bit better. Now I had to be really gentle with it because it was really, really flimsy. And so was the cardstock. I think it's weird when you emboss cardstock, depending on what kind of cardstock it is. When you emboss it, it breaks right through the lines of where the embossing lines are, or the flowers. So I had to be really careful. I don't know if you noticed when I was adding the gilded wax, some of the little pieces were coming apart because of it. They get very, very delicate. So I know that I have to use probably a thicker cardstock just to be able to do embossing on them, because it literally cracks right between all of the lines where the roses are and everything. That's why it was so easy for me to do like a little fussy cutting at the edge around it on the outside of the frame, because it was just literally coming apart on its own. I need to ask Angela Kerr which kind of cardstock is the one that she purchases and where, because it is thick and soft and it's really nice quality cardstock. It looks like one of those really good magazines that are thick like that, and that's the kind of paper that I would like to use for my journals. I do buy a really good HP, I believe it's 82 or 84 pounds, I don't remember, for the HP regular paper. I mean, it's pretty thick. It's not like the 24-pound that you buy, which is like regular printer paper. It's too thin, and I want to get it thicker. And I've been using linen paper as well, and resume paper, trying to print all of my wallpapers on that specific kind of paper because it feels really good. It has texture on it, so it feels like a real, and I learned that from Heather at Ruby and Pearl when she was showing the kind of paper that she was using for her wallpapers. So it makes it look like it's real wallpaper, but it's not. But the texture is amazing. And so it looks like better quality, you know, and that's what I like on in my journal. This one is a real piece of wallpaper. That's a vintage wallpaper. And it's very light. It's got like pinks and blue. It's really pretty, very dainty. See this one right there, the rose was already like falling apart, so I had to put glue. When I was gonna glue it down on my page anyway, so it didn't matter because it was not gonna be sticking out or anything, but I had to be very careful that it didn't come apart because then it doesn't look right. But I was trying to here distress the little lines and stuff from the frame so that it pops out and it shows. And in person it shows. Again, maybe in the picture you can see it on my Instagram. And you can see the lines on it. And this I had to hold it for a little bit until it dried because the wallpaper wasn't sticking. And burnished it really good. Then it worked out. So it came out really cute. I loved it. It was really easy. It was just, you know, trying to just think about how I was going to put it together was the whole ordeal. Here I'm trying to make it a little bit darker on the edges so that it pops out. Making sure it's in the right side up. And I'm using, again, PVA glue. It's a permanent glue, and it's the best one. I like to use this one the most. I haven't gotten the glitter, I think art glitter glue yet. This one gives me a little bit of leeway. It doesn't dry that fast. So I'm able to move the paper around if I need to. If it doesn't come out perfect, kind of worry about using the art glitter glue because it dries really quick. So if you make a mistake, that's it. It's done. You have to do it again. Okay, so here's when I'm going to start placing it into my journal. And then I'm looking at this because, see, that music paper was it was ripping. It was already ripping. So I had to put washi tape in the beginning. And here I was trying to find the placement because I was going to use the two sides, the left and the right, for the pages. And I was like, okay, well, I don't really like that washi tape. I'm going to have to cover it somehow. Didn't like it, but the placement of how I was putting the frames did not look right. And I kept looking at the picture that I had, and it needed to be like if it was on a shelf, or like you could put two pictures on a wall, and then on the bottom there's like a shelf, and you have two more pictures, right, one behind the other. And it just wasn't working out, and I couldn't put it like you know where it bends the page. I couldn't put it, it was over the middle part, so I didn't want to do that either. So then I decided, okay, I might have to use some of another type of washi tape that it looks better than that matches. So you'll see me trying to take it apart, and it was already breaking the paper, so I couldn't. I had to use another washi tape and cover that one. And for this, I decided that I was just going to use, to put the frames, just double-sided tape. Because if I wanted to use it as pockets to add something behind it, I could. See, that's where it folds. So I was like, yeah, I don't want the picture to fold. So I was thinking, okay, and the washi tape is just clashing. It just did not look right. It was bothering me. So I decided to take Amity Bloom's washi tape, the vintage style one. And here's when I started trying to take it out, and the paper broke, and I was like, no, I can't do it. So I was hoping this one would cover it, and it did. And I love this so much more. It had the white flowers. It looks so pretty. See, that washi tape is just gorgeous, and it matched perfect with the colors that I was already using there. So I was like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So the big frame with the light color and the green, I didn't mind if that one folded, so I made it into a pocket as well. And then I was going to put the other picture frame inside of it, and I can write in the back. I could journal in the back of the other picture, which is fine too. So here it is. It's a pocket and I can write in the back. And then I decided, okay, so I'm gonna need to put some washi tape there as well, and maybe some on the top on the other side, because you need 3 spots. That's the rule of thumb, right? So there it is. It's perfect. I loved it. So here I did only the top and bottom with double-sided tape. So if I wanted to slide something in between there as well, I could use it like a little belly band on that one, and just stick a piece of paper or whatever I wanted to, or a note, it doesn't matter. And this is where I had to glue the top so that it would come apart, because it was already breaking a little bit. And that's it, guys. That's my page for the wallpaper. And I thought it came out so cute. It was such a cool idea. As soon as I saw it on Pinterest, I really needed to do it. I wanted to. It's really cute. And that was it. So now I'm just gonna put the day 8 and write the word wallpaper on it with some archival ink and today's date, and that was it. So tell me what you think. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. Just I didn't even think I was going to use those frames like that, but because it was for something else that I was going to use it for, but I love it. So I'm thinking that all of the offcuts that I had after this, I'm going to emboss them as well, so I can use them for snippets around the journals, of the other journals that I'm using, and yeah, so they don't go to waste, because I use every little bit of paper that I have in my scraps. So I'm probably going to do that, and some stamping, and maybe we'll do a video on that as well. I love these cute stamps. The letters, I have capital letters and the little letters, and I just love it. And here I was gonna try and write July, and I wrote June, and I'm like, no. So I had to fix it when I realized that I was messing it up. I had to put some of that white gesso all over it, but it's okay. And then I just said, all right, I'll just fix it a little bit and just redo it. So now I have gesso on my fingers. I have to start all over again and write the word July. Oh, yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions or anything, you just let me know. Just write it in my description box, or in the comments, I'm sorry. I'll leave some information on the description box for you. But please, if you haven't decided to subscribe yet, go right ahead and subscribe, and press the notification bell. Really appreciate it. It's the algorithm on this YouTube that actually helps, and I really appreciate it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to stop by on my Instagram so you can actually see the close-up on the picture. All right? See you tomorrow. Bye.